Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully, I was a little late getting on. Hopefully someone will join me. Oh, hey, Marg. Oh my gosh. I forgot I hadn't plugged my laptop in and I was just ready to go and my laptop died. Yeah, my laptop died. I forgot didn't have it plugged in. Apparently you got to plug it in every once in a while. Hi Shirley. Can you guys hear me okay? Someone just let me know if they can hear me. Okay, good. I was just going to write a note. All right, awesome. Okay, awesome, great. So tonight, what I'm going to show is these the Distress Spritz that Tim Holtz just came out with not too long ago. Oops, I need my paper. So they're different from the Distress sprays that he has. So the Distress sprays will soak into your papers. They'll react with water. They're more for I don't know, grungy stuff. I don't know exactly what you use them for, but anyways, these are not the same. So what these are, if you can see, there's, hi Lori, it's a pearlescent pigment in a clear liquid. I don't know if you can see that. So like this is the pearlescent stuff. So this one is spiced marmalade. This one is fossilized amber. And once I show you guys what this looks like, you're going to want it. And this is barn door. It's a nice red. So all you do is you shake it up. There's a little ball in there. So you shake it up until you can hear the ball. And you can see all the pigment is mixed in with it's mixed up now. It's not sitting on the side like how I had it stored there, this one. So I think what I'll do first, so I'll show you the samples that I sprayed already, because one thing you won't be able to see how these work until it's dry. So once they're dry, then you can really see that pigment, pearlescent pigment, and it's really pretty. These will also work with any of his stuff that he has, like the Distress inks, the oxides, the watercolor pencils, whatever else he has, except the crayons. For some reason, the crayons resist this stuff, so it doesn't stick very well on it, which kind of makes sense because they're full of wax, right? So these also, they won't react with ink or water or even the oxides, because what it does is it just sits on top of whatever you've done. It's not meant to soak in, and it's not meant to be spread around with water or whatever. It's like an accent to your project. I just made some notes, so I don't want to forget that what I all did here. Okay. All right. So let me show you. I did sprayed some on white and I sprayed some on black paper. So this is the spice marmalade, and I hope you can see. Let me just take this off so it can focus. You can see the glitter. Can you see that? Fun glitter. Or I guess the pearlescence, not glitter. And then I sprayed it on black, like you can really see it. Hi, Jennifer. Like, look at that. Wow. And it's supposed to have all these different kind of splotches, because that's how the nozzle is designed. So that's the spiced marmalade. It's pretty cool. Then the barn door, it's almost pink, but probably because I didn't spray a lot of it. But oh, I hope you guys can see that pearlescent. Like, it's just amazing. In real life, it's just amazing. And here it is on black. Oh, there we go. There, you can catch it really well on the black. And then this is the fossilized amber. Woo, that's really shiny. It's like a gold. So like, hey, for 50th anniversaries, there it is on black. Christmas is coming up. But I picked these colors for fall. Like, oh, it's just amazing what those can do. So what I'm going to do, and you're going to have to bear with me, is I'm going to, aren't they pretty, Mark? I'm going to, oh, what do you call it? Blend some, where's my sticky mat? I'm going to blend some ink onto my paper here, and then I'm going to emboss it, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like on the embossed paper. I'll just go fairly quick here. Oh, this looks like it was dirty with some other color. It should be just green though. Maybe I won't emboss, or I won't color the whole thing. I'm not very good tonight. Oh my gosh. So while I'm doing this, we do have a promotion going on where if you spend a minimum $35 on Ranger items such as the inks, the oxides, the spritzes, the sprays, and even the reinkers, or not reinkers, alcohol inks, you will get a Distress pouch. I don't know if you've seen them. You'll get a Distress pouch for free. So it's to celebrate, I think, Tim's 20th anniversary of Distress stuff. I think that's what it is. You mean, okay, so Jennifer asked how big are the patches if you take patches. I was wondering what you meant. If you take the nozzle out of the bottle and tap that on the paper. I don't know. We will find out. Let us find out. Okay, so what color is this? Peel paint. I use peel paint and some Mowed Lawn. My blending isn't very pretty, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so just clean up my space. I never even thought of doing that, Jennifer. I just use the spritzy thing. Okay, so I'm gonna just emboss this with this 3D embossing folder, which is Leaves. It's called Lush Leaves by Spellbinders. just so we can have a quick idea of what. I want to make sure I put this in right. Yeah, this way. There's my leaves. Okay, and I went with leaves because I thought these are really great fall colors. Like, all right, so let's mix that up. Make sure that's mixed up good. So I'm just checking the bottom to make sure it's not all sitting on the bottom. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, that's what Jennifer was asking, was how big that is. I don't know if you can see how big that is. So actually not really that bad. Okay, now, whoops, because I'm going to spray it, I've got my little splat box, which is, it's an actual splat box that Tim Holtz created back in the day. I don't know if they're still available or not, but if you want one, you can always ask. Send us an email and ask us, or a cardboard box will work. So I'm just gonna spray some on. Whoops, I didn't even spray there. And then we're just going to, oh, I forgot to make sure you clean your nozzle, because then it won't get all goopy. Yeah, exactly. It would be more controlled than a spritz. So you can already see it's kind of glimmering, but I'm going to grab my heat tool. I think it's plugged in. Yep. Sorry for the noise. And I'm only drying it with my heat gun because I want you to see what it looks like now rather than later. And I'm sure overnight it will look even more glitzy. So I'm gonna, that's that one. So I'm gonna add some of the red, the barn door. And you just spritz it however much you want. Like if you want a whole bunch, you can put a whole bunch on. If you want just a little bit. And one thing is, with the spritzes, like with the layering, they'll cover anything you have there. Like they don't blend in together. Can't really tell I put any red on there. So like if I did a whole bunch of orange and then I did a whole bunch of red, the red would sit on top of the orange and you wouldn't barely see any orange. So that's what I did with this one. I started with the gold, the fossilized amber, and then put some orange on the marmalade and then some barn door. And basically, you can see some of all of them, but mostly the red because that's the last one I put on. But just to keep that in mind, because it sits on top of your work. You can see it just adds that glimmer. It's not very dry yet, but you can just adds that little bit of glimmer on there. Okay. So then I thought, what about on a piece of designer paper? So I grabbed some of the 49 Market crafty, oh, I can't remember the name. The one they came out with this April, I think it was. And I thought I would put some of this spritz on there. See what it looked like. Oh, I don't want to get it all over everything. So I'm just gonna, and again, you can control it because you can put it close or you can put it far away. So if you want more intense, then put it close. See? Less intense, put it far away. And it just adds a little extra to even your printed paper that you already have. And I promise when it's dry it'll look way better than it does right now. Okay, I'll put some of this fossilized amber on. So I got those bigger splotches by just barely pressing the button, barely pressing the nozzle. So that was cool. So then once that's dry, see it just adds, it's like it just sits on top and just adds a little bit. Hi, Joanne. Adds more, I don't know, a little more like something if you wanted something added to your printed paper. What else was I going to show you? Oh, yes. Now I remember. Okay, move this out of the way. Where's my piece of paper? Okay. For this one, because you can also use them with stencils, I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to blend this one with my Simon Hurley Midnight Snack ink. I think this one's my favorite, is most favorite color of his. I like blue, but this one, I really like this one. Should have had this done before. Sorry, guys. And I'm just, like I said, I'm not being a pro at blending right now, because I wouldn't have done that. I would have gone in from the side and then gone in. I'm not showing you guys very good. Okay. Kind of looks like a stormy sky. Okay, so then I'm going to take this back, put my cardstock in there. I'm going to get a stencil. And I just picked one. I think this is an Elizabeth Craft stencil. I'm just going to set that on top. And you don't really need to tape anything down because it shouldn't move. But famous last words, right? I'm just going to tape my stencil down just to make sure it stays. And I'm going to use fossilized amber on this one. And I'm going to spray this pretty heavy because I want it all in all those little spots. Ooh, it's getting more on the stencil than in the stencil. I'm going to practice my spraying skills. Okay. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to clean this off. Or I could have, oh shoot, I could have put it on something else here. Rather than waste it, I just wiped it on another piece of cardstock. Oh, printed paper. After I wiped half of it off. You can see what I'm doing there. There. Yeah, that's cool. Woo! Okay, now I'll clean it off. I think I've got. And so like if you were doing this, which I should have had a bucket beside me of water, then this would be easy to, I just throw it in a bucket, keep it wet, and it would not stick. Of course, I picked a delicate one. It's kind of hard to clean. Okay, there we go. Oh, glitter everywhere. Okay. So that looks really cool, what I picked up off the stencil. You can kind of see it already. And then this one, give it a shot of heat. And see, it didn't, you can tell it didn't react with the ink because it's not supposed to. And Simon's inks are water reactive as well. And like, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Woo! Hey, Kim. That's the fossilized amber. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I'll have to make cards out of those after. Okay. Then I thought I would just do one more. Since it is fall. Where's my other piece of paper? Here it is. This time I'll just do it right on white and not ink my paper. Oh, it's still wet in my box. Oh, look at the pretty design in my box. All right. So I have this leaf stencil from Lawn Fawn. So I'm just going to put that in here too. Well, this one I definitely need to tape down. It wants to pop up for some reason. Okay. I'm going to, like, for some reason it wants to pop up. I don't know what the heck. Okay, let me get my other ones. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Okay. What's going on with this one? Looks like there's a mess happening here. Okay, nope, just the user. All right. All right, so I'm just going to kind of hold it down in the middle so that I can get my leaves when I spray them. So this time maybe I won't spray as heavy like I did on the other one. There's water inside the lid, that's why. Okay. And I'll get some red in here. Ooh. There we go. I'm gonna have shiny hands tomorrow. Okay, good. All right. Okay, let's take that off. See what happened. Okay, so right now it looks like nothing. So, and that's okay because it's not dry. So we'll just set that over here. And I'll show you what I did before. So I'm just going to pick this stuff up on a piece of printed paper. And when it's dry, it should look nice. And just have that little bit of glimmer on it. Oh, that one. Too much water, I think. Yep. Or too much spritz. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna give this a dry with my heat gun, so sorry, whoops, sorry for the noise again. I dry from underneath and on top, so then my paper won't curl. So there we go. I don't know if you can see the pearly stuff yet. I think it needs a little bit more time. Yeah, you can kind of see it. The orange and the red are so close together, it's like, yeah, so that's fun. So let's just, I'm just going to, oh, I showed you already on the samples. I was going to show, spray it again. So like I said, when you first spray it, you won't see anything because it'll be like, that's nothing. But when it's dry, oh, look at this one. This is the one I picked up off of the embossing or the stencil after I did my original one. That's nice. Like that fossilized amber just really comes through. And like, oh, another way you can use it too, if you want, let's say you want to highlight this little butterfly. No, I'm going, sorry, let me just focus so I don't keep not focusing. Sorry about that. Some orange. You can put some on your mat. Spray a little bit on your mat. I should have had some water, but that's okay. We'll pretend I have some water. You could use water, or you can use it just like this with your paintbrush and just put it on where you want them. Want the spritz rather than spritzing it all over. Maybe you just want little bits of highlight all over on certain things like the butterfly. So let me just give them a little shot of heat. Thanks, you guys. Like, if you could see this in real life, man, oh man. So there you can kind of, if you can see the shiny on, so you can do it that way too. It won't be, well, it will be as intense because you're using it right from the bottle. But if you added water to it, it wouldn't be as intense. But you don't need to add water to it, really, because I'll put a little more on there. Because it's wet enough as it is. And like you can keep adding, and it'll just sit on top of what you've already put on there. Let's see that. Oh, hey Bella. So that is how you use, like that is what these Distress Spritzes are all about. Nothing like the sprays, nothing at all like them. Like I said, they're pearlescent pigment ink in a clear liquid. They sit on top of your items. They don't soak in. They add a little glimmer. Who doesn't love glimmer? And I believe there's 12 colors so far that have been released. Not sure if we have all 12 colors in the store, but we very well could. I just didn't look. I just picked these pretty colors because I wanted to work with them. And again, there's we have a special on. If you spend $35 on Ranger items, such as get all 12 of these, and you get a free distress pouch. I think they're, well, you wouldn't even need 12. You'd probably need 4 or 5 of them. If you spend $35 on these, including our alcohol inks or the pads, the ink pads, you get that free distress, the free distress pouch, I think it is, with all his colors on it. It's like little mini ink pads with all his colors on it. So that's really cool. And you could keep your pencils in there, like your watercolor pencil or all your tools or whatever you like for Tim's stuff. So that's all I have to show you tonight. I will create a couple cards with my, there you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that.